Thank you all. Now I may request Professor the Secretary of APSCHE Council of Higher Education, to give the opening remarks. The man who speaks always about the libraries and librarians as they contribute for the knowledge economy. You are welcome, sir.
Honorable Chairman, sir.
Close up again.
Vice Chancellor, Sir Nagarjuna University. Vice Chairperson APSCHE, Vice Chairman APSCHE, and other dignitaries from InfluNet. I am extremely delighted today because this is the occasion where we are going to access tremendous amount of academic resources which were unimaginable 3 decades ago. In the same university, when I was a student, we could not get a book, 5 approaches literature, 5 approaches to literature. Then all our classmates shared some money and got the book from England. So such kind of situation never prevail in times to come, because we have a lot of material available. The only thing we have to do is to pick up material that is needed. So in this context, we all should be happy because a lot of material is at our exposure, and APSCHE is happy to make this material available to all the academicians in the country, because the book is changing form. Some 2 decades ago, there was an important book by Umberto Eco, and in that the title of the book is "This is not the end of the book." This is not the end of the book, and in that he reflected, book is not going to die, because there were a lot of fear about the death of the book. But he confirmed that book is not going to die. Book is going to change its forms. When a particular object in a particular time is invented, all other inventions or other activities are only extensions of that. So the digital book or the digital library or digital material is nothing but an extension of book. That is why we are going to see a situation where the book is going to end. We are finding various forms of book. So this digital material is another form of book, or the digital book is a different form of book. We are going to have book, and we are going to have a lot of material in the form of the digital kind of resources. And these resources, I believe, certainly enhance the research facilities that are needed for all the academic communities in the country. I thank our chairman sir for taking this initiative, and Vice Chancellor Sir Nagarjuna University and other people related to this InfluBNet. This tripartite agreement will certainly yield desired fruits. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. I may now request APSCHE ji to come. Just introductory words, please.
Good morning to all of you. Our director, Professor Devika Madam, is about to come, so she will explain more. But yes, today, first of all, I would like to thank the APSCHE chair actively. Even we were not believing it today itself it has been done. So now all state university of this Andhra Pradesh would be onboarded for our all services. So basically all our services is related to teacher oriented, e-resource oriented. So in my presentation we will show you how you will get benefit from that. So whether it is the e-resource, whether it is your research outcomes, whether it is the any articles, everything I will show you in respective manner. And best part is for research scholar recently we started the Sodh Chakra and the Sodh Prabha. So that last 10-year patent data you will get into your own dashboard, and what the corporates are also they will use this platform so that they can directly communicate with you. So there are several things which I will cover in that our presentation, even including the Infi-Meet and all. So I will request you all after this signing MoU, please nominate a very active nodal person so that we can conduct 3-phase training. So in the first phase training, what actual our activity is, how we will implement in our university. In phase 2, we will conduct training program to the stakeholders. And in the phase 3, that would be on the offline at Ahmedabad, so that whatever your past experience in 1 month or 1 or 2 months, and whatever the troubleshooting you are facing, so we'll discuss for entire 5 days. So in this way we are going to provide 3-phase training to all the universities and their stakeholders. So once again I will request the nodal persons will be very active from each university, so that our all the 12-13 services will get implemented at your university without any infrastructural cost, because our all the services more or less is on the cloud. So there is no infrastructure required for your university. There is no financial implication to any subscription on. For example, ONOS, we are paying on behalf of you 2,000 crore every year, right? So it's our responsibility to get the usage of that ONOS effectively. So in this way I will demonstrate in my technical presence. Thank you to all of you, and thanks to this Acharya Nagarjuna University. We associated since beginning because their data in the union catalog. That was the first activity of our InfluBNet. From that day, this university is active, and now the VCs are also conducted this for all the government colleges of Andhra in the last month. So thank you, sir. So, thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Now, another important initiative, that is Samarth. Now, I may request Sahil, is senior solution architect from Samarth. Yes.
First of all, very good morning to all the participants here, and thanks for having me on this at this holy land of Acharya Nagarjuna. I am very delighted to stand here, this holy land of Acharya Nagarjuna, because I remember when I was in my university or education days, I was very curious about the philosophy and all those things. And that time I had gone through various philosophers. Some of the philosophers I personally liked, and there are few philosophers which I am just referring to another people as well to go through the philosophy of those people. And Baba Nagarjuna, basically you are saying Acharya Nagarjuna, but during my university days we were referring Acharya Nagarjuna ji as Baba Nagarjuna. That we all are the product of Baba Nagarjuna, so we have that much potential to achieve anything. Now it is a very great honor to stand at the land of Baba Nagarjuna for me personally. Now I have been invited to explain Samarth. Why Samarth? First, I would like to thank all the dignitaries present here over the stage, Secretary APSCHE, Director Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, and Director Sir had actively involved in the implementation of the Samarth in Baba Nagarjuna University, or we can say Acharya Nagarjuna University. Why Samarth? If I talk about why, because when we are going to use anything, now we are sitting here in the era of artificial intelligence. We all know, we are reading news daily that artificial intelligence had overcome this and that. Then why we are far behind so many countries? Those countries are also on this particular earth, we can say. And our legacy, especially when we talk about the legacy of the South India is very ancient. When we talk about the legacy, we talk about the legacy of complete Indian country. The South stands at very precious place. So basically when we talk about Samarth, I just answering you why Samarth. Yeah, basically when we had gone through the news that there are so many things which impacts the development of the higher education discipline. When we talk about the ecosystem, when we talk about the governance, when we talk about the administration, then we need some tools to manage the things within the institution. Like we can say that there are three main stakeholders. Students are the main stakeholders, and the flow of the information to the students. For example, when I was in my university days, I had developed that particular workflow to pay the fee online. Before that particular workflow introduction in my institution, we went to the college, we went to the bank, then put the challan in the bank, and then that challan needs to be submitted to the college. That was the process which we had followed. But right now student can pay the fee on the single click. So it is the power of the flow of the information. It brings the transparency and it helps the administration to manage the institution with a great thinking to serve to the students. Basically when we talk about the institution, then it's all about students. But yes, apart from the students, we have faculties, we have staff as well. So it is the motive of each institution to get maximum productivity, maximum output with the limited staff. So then Samarth comes in the picture. We have all functionalities which are being practiced, which are being in the practice in the institutions and which are being practiced by the institutions. Second, apart from it, Samarth is indigenously developed in India. The thing is, when we talk about the Samarth, we say it is an ERP. We all know that ERP stands for the Enterprise Resource Planning. But no, now we are referring that ERP as the Education Resource Planning. When we talk about ERP now, in context of the summer. It is education resource planning, and it helps institution, it helps administration to manage the resource so effectively, which will give the output as the productivity. The thing is why we need to adopt it. It is indigenous, no financial implications, no infrastructure need, can be accessed from anywhere. Obviously it is cloud based, so these are the some beauty of this particular summer system, summer education resource planning. I'll put the light on these particular attributes, or we can say particular aspects of the summer through my presentation. I am here especially for the financial modules and how finances can be managed, or we can say financial process can be managed in summer. I'll let you know during my presentation. So in the last but not least, so I just want to say thank you for having me at the great land of Baba Nagarjuna. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Anyway, we are having a technical session separately for the summer nodal officers and their team. This is actually strategically planned, sir, because today all the registrars are available here. Actually, we planned another session, but keeping the registrars for 2 days is highly impossible. That's why, because they are actually the administrative officers who can implement this very effectively. This is the reason why we have collaborated both this. So immediately after the inaugural, the summer team will be going to the neighboring group. There you will be hand-holding. And apart from that, other persons also will help you. Bhaskar Reddy Garu from Andhra University is also there. And one-to-one, I think you all come up with your logins. You can also one-to-one ask question and answers, and you can rectify all your doubts, whatever may be. All the team will help you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Now I may request Professor K. Ratnashilamani Madam, Vice Chairperson of AP State Council of Education. Thank you, Madam.
Distinguished guests on the dais and other dignitaries, all the registrars, the librarians, registrars and librarians from different universities, then the nodal officers of Samad, then the representatives of InfluNet and so on, and other teams, and dear faculty and other colleagues. So today I am really happy to be here on behalf of AP State Council of Higher Education at this very important workshop where we are going to sign an MoU with the InfluNet on this One Nation, One Subscription platform. And it gives me immense pleasure to be part of this landmark initiative, and the speakers before me had explained to you why it is such an important step, and I think a tremendous step forward as we progress, move forward in this digital age. So as the Prime Minister is trying for a digital India, so that we take our lawful place in among the world nations. I think there are many such initiatives we need to implement in our own academic institutions. Now digitization and all those other things are not just meant for industries or companies and so on. Now it's high time they entered the academic institutions and academic community, and how the academic institutions can move forward, because as all of you know, education is very, very important in the building of a nation. And once we implement these things in the universities and colleges, I think it's going to contribute quite a lot to the progress of the nation at large. So this is a landmark initiative, and what is this? We have speakers from both InfluNet and also Samad. So ONOS, One Nation, One Subscription. Now, these are the pillars of any university, like teaching excellence and research, and also of course the digital governance. We are moving towards what is called e-office or digital governance. So these things will be strengthened by the ONOS and some other. So our speakers before me have explained that. So these are two very visionary initiatives which will redefine the entire academic landscape of our country, and they are going to transform the whole manner in which we approach our academics, our research, our governance, and so on. So to that transformative goal, I think we need to dedicate ourselves and move forward. And another thing is, what it is about is fine, but what is the impact of this? What is the significance of ONOS? Now, it has the impact of democratizing knowledge. So, knowledge is now if there are, of course, the resources and so on, it is available to everyone. So, we used to talk of democratizing education some time back. Now we are talking of democratization of knowledge resources and so on. Particularly, research excellence is dependent upon the availability of literature or material in different fields to everyone. So, like in the form of journals, and Professor Tirupati Rao has said, about different forms that books have taken and so on. Yeah, indeed, we are in a digital age, and I think we have to move along with the current. So he also gave his own an example from his own experience. But the thing is, a lot of high impact journals are there, but as all of librarians know, registrars know, particularly researchers in sciences know that there are high impact journals, but sometimes they are so costly, so expensive, that there are very limited access to these journals. And also because they are expensive, the subscriptions also, it's very difficult to subscribe to them. Now all that has changed nationwide. Actually we have some 30, I'm told there are 30 major international publishers, and as you know, each publisher will have multiple journals, multiple books and so on. So they are all put at our disposal. So this benefits nearly 1.8 crore students, faculty members, researchers and scientists. So because sometimes our finances don't allow us to subscribe to enough international journals, I'll tell you my example now in this university. For a long time, I don't know what Professor Tirupati Rao has said, maybe the library was building up at that time, slowly adding to its collection of books, but after some time, after a few years, we did have quite good resources here. And let me say, for the subject of English, we didn't have many Indian in English. We didn't have many Indian journals, but we had lots of foreign journals, very, very important journals. And every year, our librarian here and librarians before him, every year they used to send a list of the journals subscribed. And then they would ask us in the departments, to all the departments, they would ask us, the cost of these journals subscription has gone up. So do you want them to be retained, or do you want, let us know which journals we can stop subscribing. And then unanimously we used to say very strongly, no, don't stop subscription to these international journals, because they are a great treasure to our researchers and so on. So those were actually the hard things, the realities at that time, 2 decades back, 3 decades back and so on. Now all that has changed. Now because of this, this particular One Nation, One Subscription. So because of this initiative, the InflipNet Center under the UGC, as I think most of you know, I should not mention the same things again and again, but it has become operational from the 1st January of 2025, and the objective and also the result of this is that even a student, a researcher from a 3-tier area, a city or a town or whatever, will have the same access to important journals, important research material. Now that is a very great equalizer. So it is this scheme has the effect of equalizing knowledge, and it also empowers our research, and all this goes to the moving forward, building up to what our Prime Minister calls Viksit Bharat in 2047. So while ONOS strengthens our research backbone, Samad strengthens our institutional governance. So I am happy that there are parallel sessions here, one here in Fibnet and the other in the other seminar hall. So I'm sure you'll hear from the experts there at that time, but I'll just make just a few points, that's all. So all these go towards helping us, enabling us to become fully digital campuses. Colleges, universities will and should become fully digital campuses and so on. So this enables transparency, accountability, efficiency, and also decision making becomes very important because it is driven by data. And these are very important main goals, of course. And Samad, particularly if it comes to Samad, it reduces paperwork, lot of delays can be avoided, and it frees up our faculty and administrators to focus on research, to focus on teaching and student development. So I think if we can put it in one word, ONOS democratizes knowledge, Samad digitizes governance. It digitizes governance, whereas ONOS democratizes knowledge. And all this go for academic excellence, research excellence, and the other one contributes to administrative excellence. So all these are working in accordance with NEP 2020 also, because of the Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we need to take our place in a increasingly competitive world where I think Sir has said about where we stand in that whole thing. So, but the problem is now we have technology, now we have resources, we have the knowledge, but I'm sorry to say, I think it has been our experience, at least in this generation, that our students, even our children, they don't read much. They don't read books, and so even for entertainment, they don't read, because we have all that visual media, TV, and all those things. So the journals are available, and very important journals, but how do we persuade? How do we inspire our students to make use of these resources? We have the technology available, and we also have technology is not somewhere out there. Now it is accessible to all of us. But the thing is how institutions make use of all that those resources. How we inspire our students also to strive, particularly researchers. How we persuade them to cultivate the reading habit. I think librarians and universities, vice chancellors, I think it's been a common feeling, of course, for quite some time. Somehow we should persuade our students to go to the library, not just for the reading for competitive exams and so on, but they need to study, consult books, refer to books in their own field, in their own subjects. And it may be books, or it may be, of course, you can sit in your department and still access all those resources. So now everything is available. It is only our will and what our motive. We should have the motivation to make use of all this. So, and as far as Samarth is concerned, our Honorable HRD Minister also has been saying in the Vice Chancellor's conference that by March 30th, all 30 modules should be finished. And I know that's a huge goal, of course, and fraught with the different real technical issues and all that, but our resource persons are here and they will interact with all the nodal officers. So thank you all for coming here in this for this workshop organized by the APSCHE, and I thank the Vice Chancellor and the authorities of Acharya Nagarjuna University for playing host to this important event. And after this, this inaugural, I think, session will lead to the signing of MoUs, and let us do our best to make our universities and our state also in the forefront in this. I don't want to use the word race, digital race, but then I think we can't lag behind for our own good, for our own well-being. I think we have to move along with the time. So thank you very much. It has been a great pleasure to be here on this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Before inviting next resource person and guest of the honor, I would like to invite Sudhakar Garu to welcome and honor madam with the plan sapling. Now I may request Professor S. Vijay Bhaskar Garu, Vice Chairman of APSCHE. Please, he is the man who designed this entire workshop, and in between there is another wonderful workshop is there by hosting by Taylor and Francis and Taylor. That is between 2:32 and 3:30. That is an online session. Thank you, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, registrars, librarians, coordinators. I won't take much time because people have been talking about these things for quite long. Last half an hour we have been listening about what is this ONOS and Samarth and all those things. So the point is here, I remember when we met, I think in the Tirupati Library Conference, I met Madam. That time we had a thought, why not we have a state level MoU? That was Madam's idea, and then I said, okay, let us do that. And then I spoke to our chairman, sir, and then he readily accepted that yes, we can go ahead, we can talk to all the registrars. So that is a good initiative from APSCHE as well as from Influminet. So thank you, Madam, and thank you, sir, for giving this wonderful opportunity to sign MoU with all the universities at one stroke. So we had Vice Chancellor's conference, and then we thought, why not we also invite registrars also, so that we can have a wonderful group photo with all registrars of state universities. So there is also one good initiative here. See, I will not take much time, but I only request is here, because librarians are here and university registrars are here. We have to look at, the starting is okay, MoU signing is okay, Influminet or ONOS services are okay. But when I look at the end product, what is the benefit of using this? Are we going to increase our publications? Are we going to increase our patents? Are we going to increase our international relationships or local relationships, networking? All those things has to be seen. That is what I want is, I want the end output. When you have a very good dish you have prepared, but by the time you want to taste it, you find that there is no salt or more salt, then there is no fun in it. So we have to deliver the output exactly what we have designed. Then only we say that we are perfect in implementing the system. So that is a point where I say, when I talk about KPI values, and sorry, our chairman sir will also speak about the data is the biggest problem. And there are so many librarians are here. Any librarian has university-wise publications list, staff-wise publication list with you. And no, data is not there. They think that it is not our responsibility. You have a services are there, online resources are there. There is no catalog of all the publications of all the faculty members. It one stroke, if minister is asking for dashboard, is asking for every faculty member, there should be his publication should be visible. How do you get that data? So we had to work at the end product, that's what I'm saying. So do you create a log saying that my university, these many faculty members are there, these many publications are there, these are their H index, these are the citation index. Do you have any log out on? Because the services are available, data is available, but why we are not able to do that? If we have that data, in one stroke you can send it to any ministry or anybody, APSCHE is asking, somebody is asking, you can display that data. But unfortunately, when you talk about NIRF or your NAC and other things, Dean R&D looks at librarian, library looks at DRAM, and then people look at IQSC. None of them will have a final data. All are piece-wise information available here and there, and we have to search for the data every time. If you take some of the data, you have everything is available when all portals are ready. Everything is available. So your student's entry point to the exit point, you know how many students are there. Now today you are counting. College-wise, you ask principal to give the data. You ask another person to give the data. How many are enrolled? How many are passed out? How many are placements are there? But we don't have data. So these difficulties we can come out when you have all these implemented successfully, and then the sort of collaboration research output will also enhance. I understand some the publication charges will also be paid by the InflumiNet now for certain journals when there are very high impact factor, and they are paying that impact. So earlier we used to say that sir, publication charges are very high, 50,000, 60,000 rupees for publication. But now there is a provision is there. So you can publish a journal, they will pay you the publication charges, online resources are available. So this is what we expect is the output should be maximum. See, when we don't have facilities, that time we have published many papers. But now we have all facilities, the same quantum is not coming out. Even the less number of publications are coming. I don't know why. When you have facilities and everything is available, your output should be increased 2 folds or 3 folds. But the output is still there, still the same. So please make use of this facility. Do that research or whatever data we are talking about. Make a dashboard and then available data of the institutions, registers are here. So you have to have such a output product from this MoU. What I expect is enhanced access to the data, enhanced research output. So all those things comes, then only there is a meaningful signing of MoU today and other things. So I wish you all the best. Make use of this facility. Please propagate to the students, research scholars, staff members, and then you can do good things in the future. Thank you for giving this up.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating speech. Now, I may request Professor Devika Maladi, Madam, Director, InflumiNet Service. Thank you, Madam, for your commitment and your energy. Madam, in the early morning at Hyderabad Airport, and straight away she took flight to Gannavaram, and from there directly she is coming to here only. I requested her to please, why not to go and fresh up in your hotel room. No, I want to come directly. Thank you, Madam, for all your commitment and energies. Thank you.
Namaskar to everybody and honorable dignitaries on the dais. I would like to start by thanking especially ANU and APSCHE for inviting us here and for giving us this opportunity to interact with the really cream of the academic community of Andhra Pradesh. As Bhaskar Rao Garu already said, we met at Tirupati and we had a very short dialogue, and where I explained to him what InflumiNet services are and why don't we do it at the state level. Within 2 minutes he agreed. And that shows the positive attitude and positive mindset of the leaders in this state. This is what I want to emphasize, that because of such a
the attitude to improve higher education, to help the students, researchers at higher education level. This is the mindset we observe in this state particularly. So I think this MoU signing and this event is a result of such positive thinking. Now coming to InflipNet services, we run a large number of services for higher education in India. We are an inter-university center of the University Grants Commission of UGC. We are located in Gandhinagar. In the technical session, I will be telling more in detail technically about our services. But by mandate, we are mandated to network the academic libraries of this country. And we were established in 1991 itself. Then that time itself, the mandate was we should be networking the academic and scientific libraries of the country. Over the years, now 34 years, we have developed several services, and all are free of cost to the academic world. If we are charging anything, it is for the actual cost of cloud hosting or something like that, but we are not charging for our actual service at all, anything. And even that is, we try to minimize the burden for any academic university or institute wherever we can. So this is how we have been functioning. And Sir just now told, he was trying to encourage the librarians. Where is the data regarding the publications of the faculty, for example? And that there should be a state level dashboard. Okay. So Sir has said it today, and today is a good day also. His wish has come true. Because through this MoU, we establish a statewide dashboard at various levels. We immediately establish with our services where at the click of a mouse, all the data will be available in the dashboard. So we will do that once our MoU is there. I'm very well aware that we can come like this, we can talk in 1 or 2 technical sessions. That does not make you competent enough to actually implement the service. We are very well aware of that. So as part of our MoU, we have very well planned training programs, where we will have training, face-to-face training program, focused training programs. Wherever it is required, we will plan that and we will roll that out also in this state at several locations, because we are also aware that people may not be able to travel to a particular location. We can run the training workshops wherever it is convenient. That is one more commitment from our side. In addition to this, InflipNet, always, in any day of the week, if you see, we are running online webinars and training programs. So anytime you may participate in our online webinars and training programs. My colleagues will be online and they actually help you with the services. In addition to this, each of our service has a dedicated team which will always reply to your problems, whether they are technical problem or somebody said that the nodal officer is now gone, he is resigned and gone or retired. And then we have been sending email to that email which was given to us, that's all. So there becomes a disconnect. So even for such problem people call us, then where are you writing the email? Because whichever was given. So from your side there is some commitment to keep yourself updated. And whatever training we give to you at the registrar level or at the librarian level, we will give the training, but it becomes your responsibility to spread it in your own university. You will have to give the training on your behalf to the students, to the researchers, to the faculty. At different level, you can use our material and retrain. You can train your faculty so that they keep, for example, Sir said what is the publication output of each faculty. So librarian will not know, or he cannot interview every day every faculty and ask which is your latest publication. Librarian can train that faculty and then show them how they can. We have a system IRINS in which once we implement it, the faculty just enters their ORCID ID. Just enter your ORCID ID. We pull all the data from there. We pull all the publications from there. It will be available at one click. But the faculty must first of all get a ORCID ID which is free of cost. And the faculty is responsible for updating their own information, research information. Once they do that, the system is pulling the ORCID from ORCID. See, very much we fix the period, it is automatically pulling the data. So what happens in this, madam said that she doesn't like to use the word race, even I don't like to use the word race, but we are in a race, we can't help it. We have to prove ourselves, that becomes a sort of a race. So when you will apply for NIRF, when you will apply, your colleges will apply for NIRF or you will apply for NAC. So you will bring up one document SRR. There? No. They are going to verify that data, whatever you are going to give. How they are going to verify? Various points they take from InfluBnet database. So it is in your interest to, first of all, implement the service. Second of all, to keep it updated. It is not enough to simply go and write a report or get somebody to write a beautiful report and then give in such a format that it can be authenticated. So this becomes the responsibility of institutes and universities. So this part you have to take care of. Technical know-how, training, everything we will take care of from our side. That is from the commitment from our side, I can say. With these few words, I wish you very all the best, and to the beginning of this journey, let us have a very good collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Now I may request today's distinguished guest, Professor K. Gangadhar Rao Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor of APSCHE Nagar University. Thank you, sir. Whenever APSCHE conducts any workshop, we look forward for any new support. Thank you, all your team.
All the dignitaries on the big dais, librarians from different universities, registrars from different universities. My only request to you all is make use of this time. I think you are left with another 4 or 5 hours, as productive as possible, and then try to raise the questions, queries, whatever the queries you have, especially in Samarth. He is available here for the whole day. You just interact with him, just show your login and what the challenges you are facing. The reason is nothing but once he is gone to Delhi, you are here and he is there. So things cannot happen. They can't log it wrong. They can't run your login there at their place. So it's not going to be possible since queries are coming from across the country. Once he is here, try to resolve all those issues which are pertaining to Samarth or ONOS or InfluBnet, so that you will not have any trouble going forward. I wish this workshop all the best, and hope you will have great takeaways once you are done with this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If you think about curriculum, think about trainings, think about any capacity building, any digital initiatives across the state, across the all higher education institutions, the man behind is none other than our Professor K. Manumurthy Garu, Chairman APSCHE. He is working relentlessly, even midnight. He also, maybe many registrars and vice chancellors come across. In midnight also he posts some messages. His energy and his vision. Now I may request Professor K. Manumurthy Garu, Chairperson APSCHE, the Chief Guest, to address you all. Thank you, sir.
Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Vice Chancellor Gangadhar Rao Garu, distinguished guest Professor Devika, Member Sahil Dutt, my colleagues, dear registrars, librarians, nodal officers, stakeholders, and all those who have gathered here, warm greetings from State Council of Higher Education. My job has been made very simple. It's been a long sessions where everyone has expressed what all is meant to be achieved in this workshop today. We have incidentally a great gathering today with all the administrators who have been holding nodal positions with respect to certain demands that we have. It's not just signing of the MoU that we are here it's only a moment. But I think the purpose that we are here is our commitment to access, equity, transparency, accountability. And the two things that we are addressing together indicates the academic intent of the state government and aligning this with the nation's drive for digital transformation. We are trying to bring them together for a sort of a situation where we can probably monitor, control, and progress in a way that we desire. Let me tell you that if InflipNet's One Nation, One Subscription is seen to be the fueling knowledge, then Samarth is seen to be the engine which drives the operations. Right. In this particular context, at one point of time, though we have empty resources, it is the access that has been a problem all the time. So, with the provisions that have been brought through InflipNet, UGC, and the Ministry of Education today, we have access to several academic resources, and the race that they were talking about is to prove ourselves in the knowledge field. It's not just limited to knowledge, it is also to create knowledge. Now, we are standing in a good position, not only as consumer of the knowledge, but creation. Innovation is what we are talking about. So research is something that is desired at this point of time. And unless we know where we are, I think the progress for the future is under great question. Added to this, many a times we seem to be wanting time to fulfill the requirements, responsibilities. As somebody said, I'm not sending messages during midnight, but when necessary, I had to be on office hours. Okay. But this shows the unplanned nature of work that we are all assigned to, which is not welcome. And we have been telling our kids, do anything that you like, that gives pleasure. But when we force them to do something, they feel the pressure. And we see that we are always under pressure. And we want, being educationists, being associated with education, I think our main purpose is not to make our kids or our stakeholders memorize all formulas and equations, but to make life simple. More than simple, make it enjoyable, make it purposeful, make it productive, and serve the needs that we are here for. I think these are the major goals of our education that we are driving at. And without the tools of this nature, what is it that we can do is a question. At one point of time, libraries had collections, but limited to the budgets that it could spend. Today, with the initiative brought in by InflipNet or UGC, I think we are beyond that. And the sort of provision that they have created, even for contributions to much accomplished journals, I think the support exists. So there is nothing that would limit you. Added to this, the sort of informed decisions that we could take. I am under great pressure presently because we have a progressive governance in the state. The dynamism that we are able to see with the sort of projects that we are likely to get. Education seems to be the major initiative that the state government would like to fulfill the aspirations of the people in its commitment for Swarnandhra and Viksit Bharat. Because we are in a resource crunch situation. And unless we prepare our kids, our generations, I think we are in great difficulty. In that particular context, our administration, our processes the documentation seems to be very poor, very cumbersome. And we have been doing the same job repetitively, making same reports several times. But Samarth is one where, if properly organized, I think information is at your fingertips and decisions are most effective and would lead to the sort of objectives that we are behind. And I think in that particular context, we are also very sure about the type of manipulations, errors, omissions that take place in our administrative processes, intentionally or otherwise. So we can eliminate many of these things to streamline our processes, and they are accessible rightly. All said and done, I don't want to take much time. We want you to spend with the actual purpose that we are here for. But let me tell you, all this technology is 20%. It is our commitment that makes 80%. We, as administrators who will drive the universities and the education systems, should be the change agents. That's the only request that I have. Please, summer to be dying. We want this in place so that we have KPIs for everything that we do, and we know what we are doing for and why. We can answer such questions of why and when. I think that's what is bleeding us. I think with this, thank you for taking your time off to be with us. Please make use of the expertise, the sort of nitty-gritties that we have in implementation of this, and how best we could make use of the tools that are available. I think my predecessors have very clearly gave the objectives of the program, and without taking much time, I appreciate the sponsorship from your organizations and your commitment to this annual. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So now, the very important purpose of this meeting is signing of MoU. First, we are going to exchange the MoUs, the tripartite agreement between APSCHE, equipment, and universities. Now, I may request Registrar from our university, Professor K. Rambabu garu. ఒకవేళ రిజిస్ట్రార్ గారు రాకపోతే నామినీ ఎవరైనా రండి సార్ ప్లీజ్. Now I may request Bhupati Naidu garu from SV University. Along with three copies. Yeah. Registrar Sri Venkatesh University. Please come with 3 copies, sir. We are just going to exchange the. I request the dignitaries on the desk, Chairman Garu and Equipment Director Garu, Registrar Garu, please. I have session. All the dignitaries. Also more. Now I may request Acharya Registrar Garu, Professor J. Samachandra Garu. After ANU, I request Sri Krishna University Professor E. Ramesh Bogaru. Please submit 3 copies of the MoU. Dr. E. Ram Bogaru, Krishna University. After Krishna University, I request Adikavan University, Professor K. Swamika. Krishna University, Ramesh Garu. Adikavan University, Swami Garu, Dr. Swami Garu, Professor Swami. Sir, bats for sir. Bats for
సంతోష్ సార్ కొంచెం
Adikavan Professor K. Swami Garu, please. Sir, Yogi Bab University, Professor Padma Garu. Yogi Bab Professor Padma Madam. Sign తర్వాత చేయండి సార్. తర్వాత చూద్దాం అయిపోయింది. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, Professor Reddy Garu. Please, sir. Yogi Bab సిగ్నేచర్ తర్వాత ఉంటుందండి. ప్రస్తుతం ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఓన్లీ. ఆదికవన్ అన్నయ్య ప్లీజ్.
ఓపెన్ చేయండి.
ఆదికవన్ అన్నయ్య ప్లీజ్. ఆదికవన్ అన్నయ్య తర్వాత కృష్ణా యూనివర్సిటీ. ఆదికవన్ అన్నయ్య కృష్ణా యూనివర్సిటీ ప్రొఫెసర్ ఎన్ ఉషా మేడం. నెక్స్ట్ రాయలసీమ యూనివర్సిటీ, ప్లీజ్ గెట్ రెడీ. రాయలసీమ యూనివర్సిటీ డాక్టర్ డి విజయ్ కుమార్ నాయుడు గారు. రాయలసీమ డి విజయ్ కుమార్ నాయుడు గారు. కృష్ణా యూనివర్సిటీ రాయలసీమ యూనివర్సిటీ. నెక్స్ట్ విక్రమ్ సంపూరి.
మేడం ఉల్టా ఉల్టా ఆగు
జేఎన్టీ కాకినాడ ప్రొఫెసర్ రాజ్ శ్రీనివాసరావు గారు. జేఎన్టీ కాకినాడ. నెక్స్ట్ జేఎన్టీ అనంతపూర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ ఎస్ కృష్ణ గారు. జేఎన్టీ అనంతపూర్ జేఎన్టీ జీవి ప్రొఫెసర్ జయస్వామి మేడం. జేఎన్టీ జీవి పద్మావతి మహిళ ప్రొఫెసర్ ఎన్ రజనీ మేడం. ద్రవిడ యూనివర్సిటీ ప్రొఫెసర్ వి కిరణ్ కుమార్ గారు. డాక్టర్ అబ్దుల్ హక్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఉర్దూ యూనివర్సిటీ లోకనాథ్ గారు. మహిళ జేఎన్టీ జీవి ద్రవిడ యూనివర్సిటీ డాక్టర్ అబ్దుల్ హక్ ఆర్జీకేటీ ప్రొఫెసర్ అమర్ కుమార్ గారు. ఆర్జీకేటీ సిగ్నేచర్స్ మళ్ళీ మిస్ అయితే చేద్దామండి, డోంట్ వరీ. ఆర్జేకేటి నెక్స్ట్ ఫస్ట్ యూనివర్సిటీ డాక్టర్ జే శ్రీనివాస్ గారు. సార్ సైన్ చేయాలి. ద్రవిడ డాక్టర్ అబ్దుల్ హక్ లోకనాథ్ గారు సార్.
సంతోషం వస్తారు వెళ్ళిపో
క్లస్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఉన్నారండి. ఆంధ్రకేసరి యూనివర్సిటీ డాక్టర్ వైఎస్ఆర్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఉన్నారు కదా. ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఒకటి వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చేయాలి. సైన్ అయితే ఒకటి వాళ్ళకి. ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ అయిపోయిందా? Now I request all the registrars please join for a group photo onto the dais. All the registrars. All the registrars, please come forward for the group photo.
ఆపల చట్టం చూసి అంతే గ్యాప్ కనెక్షన్ సార్ కొంచెం జరగండి సార్ కొంచెం జరగండి సార్ కొంచెం సార్ మీరు కూడా కొంచెం జరగండి సార్ కొంచెం కనెక్షన్ జస్ట్ వెయిట్ ఓకే రెడీ సార్ జస్ట్ 1 సెకండ్ జస్ట్ వెయిట్ ఓకే వెయిట్ నీకే ఉంటుంది ఇంకా
Now I request మన గెస్ట్లకి ఈరోజు ఆనరబుల్ చైర్మన్ గారి ద్వారా అండ్ వివిసి వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ గారి ద్వారా స్మాల్ ఫెలిసిటేషన్ ఈ ఫెలిసిటేషన్ అయిపోయిన వెంటనే ఒక గ్రూప్ ఫోటో ఉంటుంది అంతా ఇలాగే ఉంటారు. తర్వాత టీ బ్రేక్ ఉంటుంది 10 minutes. తర్వాత 2 sessions డివైడ్ అవుతుంది. ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ బ్రేక్ ఉంటుంది. సమ్మర్ మాత్రం పక్క రూమ్ లో పెడతారు. ఓకే 2 minutes ఫెలిసిటేషన్ ప్లీజ్. నౌ ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ మన సునీల్ గారు స్టెప్స్ దగ్గర అయితే బాగుంటున్నారు, బయటకు వెళ్ళిన గ్రూప్ ఫోటో రిక్వెస్ట్ చైర్మన్ గారు ఆనరబుల్ చైర్మన్ గారు టు కన్సిడర్ డైరెక్టర్ I request Abhishek Kumar ji, please join for felicitation. I request the chairman sir to felicitate Abhishek. Now I request Shahil sir, please join for felicitation. I also request the host university vice chancellor, please, it's our pleasure, sir, please. On behalf of APSCHE, sir. you all, sir. Please join for group photo outside. Group photo in the other team.
అందరూ స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ దానికోసం ఏదనుకోండి నేను రాదు కూర్చుంటారండి ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ అయిపోయింది మీటింగ్ అయిపోయింది ఇది ఉందిలే సన్మానం లాంటివి వచ్చిన సన్మానం అన్నా తెచ్చుకున్నావా క్యారెట్ ఉంది తింటారా ఉందా మన దగ్గర ఇక్కడ ఉంది సార్ ఇక్కడికి వస్తారు మళ్ళీ వచ్చి ఇక్కడ తింటాం వచ్చే పర్లేదు సార్ మనం ఏదైనా సుఖంగా చూసుకోవాలి అంతే అది లాస్ట్ మీటర్ రావాలి ముందుకు వెళ్ళకూడదు ముందే అంతే కొంచెం స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్స్ వచ్చారా కొంచెం అన్ని స్టెప్స్ టోటల్ అందరూ వస్తారు బురద బుడుతుంది అలా చాలా చాలా ఆగబోయే సార్ సంతోష్ సంతోష్ కొంచెం పక్కన మేడం మీరు డౌన్ ఉండండి గ్యాప్ ఉంది అక్కడ స్టెప్ ఒక్క స్టెప్ మీరే మేడం కృష్ణ ప్లీజ్ అంటే గ్యాప్ కొంచెం ఇటు వచ్చారు మేడం రా కట్ అవుతాను మేడం ఓకే ఓకే రెడీ సార్ జస్ట్ వెయిట్ సంతోష్ కొంచెం పక్కన జస్ట్ వెయిట్ సార్ 1 minute Sir, ఒక్క నిమిషం నాకే భాష
సార్ మళ్ళీ సార్ కొంచెం వెనకరాలేము సార్ రవికుమార్ సార్ కొంచెం ఓకే ఓకే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ
ఇదిగా ఉంది
ఓకే సార్
రికార్డ్ చేయట్లేదు ఎవరిని ఎమ్మెల్యే ఫోటో పెట్టలేదు అన్నట్టు
ఫార్వర్డ్
లేదు ఇచ్చాను కోసంగా ఆయన చూసాడు ఆల్రెడీ ఆయన చూసుకోవాలి
ఫార్వర్డ్
వచ్చేసి
ప్రసాదం Please have your tea and get ready for this is colored.
హలో బయలుదేరమ్మా రెడీ అవుతున్నా అసలు ఏమైందంట అసలు ఇంకా సడన్గా ఫోన్ చేసి ఓట్లు టక్కరగా సరే సరే అంటే సరే సరే వాడు లాయర్కి ఫోన్ చేశాడంట మరి